Hello fellow Star Wars fans, it is Star Raptor here, coming at you with part 15, the final part of my Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order walkthrough. We're at the end, guys. We're at the end. It's been a long journey. This all in all will take about 20-ish hours to complete the game. I'm playing on Jedi Master mode, and here's some spoilers for you, so make sure you turn away if you don't plan on playing the game. So I am going to, yes, I'm going to Nur, which is part of the Mustafar system, apparently. Cannot wait. Here we go. Here we go.
You know, my piloting hasn't been this good since I graduated first in my class at the Lateron Space Academy.
I wasn't aware Lateron had an academy.
Yeah, it was new, back in the day. You probably don't get around that area much.
So what did you train on?
Name it. Fighters, freighters, short range, long range, whatever. I flew circles around everybody.
You flew freighters in circles.
Yeah, it's all they really allowed me to do. I was so good, though. You should have seen me.
I like that they brought a new species, Laterons, to the game. And to
Get over here, kid. We're about to land.
Oh, man. Here we go. Here we go.
This isn't good. With the defenses they got, our usual tricks just aren't gonna cut it.
I can help.
What are you thinking?
A ritual. It will hide the ship. I hope.
A ritual.
She has a knack for this kind of stuff.
Wait a minute. Now, hold on. Now, what is this gonna require?
A sacrifice. One of your arms will do nicely.
Wait, what?
Don't be so serious. Join me up front.
I love Marin, man. She's great.
Sisters, mother, lend me your strength. Sisters, mother, lend me your strength.
Whatever she's doing, it's working.
What do you think the odds are?
My money's on you, kid.
Let's go, buddy.
Once we're inside, I'll engage their defense level, and then sabotage their sensors so the Mantis can extract us. You find the holocron.
Should we stick together?
I feel the pull. The lives of every child on that list are at stake. Whatever happens in there and whatever you see, don't worry about me. Just get it and get out.
Close in on the fortress.
It's time.
Multiple entries. I gotta read the entrance on this. Gotta read them. I want to figure out more about this Inquisitorious place. They don't say anything about being in a Mustafar system, but that clearly looks like Mustafar, so I'm assuming it is. Underwater planet of Nur. Interesting. Here we go. Let's reminds me a lot of this. Interesting. Can I go all the way up? I'm just gonna try for the heck of it. If I can get to the surface. Unfortunately, I can't get to the surface. So it'll have to do by going through this area.
Airlock 8 is clear. Dodge this! Watch where you aim! After him!
Cal, you there?
Yeah. Good to hear your voice, Seer.
I've located the holocron. Sending you the location now.
Got it. We're on the move.
Okay.
Can you slice this open?
Get out of here.
Blocking everything. Blast him! That's Stormtrooper. He's dead. Don't stand still. He's so fast. Drop your weapon. Step back, I've got this. Can't keep track of him. Hurry, catch him.
Target is using stem.
Get up here, hurry! You can't stand against us.
BD, stim here.
Hit him already. All right, again. Like him. This one's fighting him. Move up, now. Hit him already.
Yikes, that took a lot more out of me than I thought.
Stim!
We'll be right behind you.
Move up now.
We have to win. Can't lose forever. I should move back.
Just
We don't even have to try here. After him. Be faster. I missed him. I can't fail. Weak deserves the Empire strengthens me. Fuck you. I'll end you. Too slow. Die like the rest. Barely a scratch. Fear me.
This place is where the Empire created the Inquisitors. They tortured Seer and turned Trilla to the dark side. Let's tear it down, BD-1.
Intruder, kill the blast door.
I need something, buddy.
Enemy is recovering. Still resisting? Unwise.
Can never get that movie.
You will regret that.
Seer, I've cleared out this area, but the Empire sealed me in. Any ideas?
Cal, look for a control room. I've got a plan.
I'm standing in one.
Oh my god. Come on.
Whoa, see that, BD?
Where the fun
Well,
begins.
that did something. Let's check it out.
I've disabled the shields on the outer sections of the fortress. Flood the base and swim to the central keep.
Hell of a plan.
We'll meet up inside. Good luck.
Got it. Let's go, BD. That section looks pretty weak. Ready for a swim, BD? Hang on.
Oh, I have to swim outside of the place. Damn, all those troopers. Oh, here we go.
Getting closer.
Come on, let's get him. Someone else take him. Get him already.
Ooh, that one's badass.
Hold steady, Stormtrooper.
Affirmative.
Come on, do that again.
Get in here.
Don't let him get you. You'll slip up.
No, I won't. You will, though.
Whoa. I got you now. Take that.
Buddy, over here. No match for you, right?
You know what? Let me get some rest. I messed that up a little bit, didn't I?
He's mine. Just can't hit him. Hit him. Blast him again. Watch out. I am not losing this. What are you doing?
Oh my god, I was lost. Oh, this part's so difficult.
Jedi's injured. Slow. Feeling the pressure. Barely a scratch. This one's green.
Need an assist.
We've got him. Let's keep up.
No, I should have been able to dodge that.
I can't fight anymore. He's dodging fast.
Your odds of surviving are low. Very low.
Let's take him on. Someone else get in here. I'm on him.
Scanner's failing.
Okay, I got this. I got this.
No, you don't. Huh. A lot of droids came out.
Taking aim. Okay then. Kill him quick.
You'll win easy.
Don't let up.
I missed the target. Jedi's weak. He's hurt.
I'll get you. Oh no. Launching attack.
Help!
Okay, I'm done. Help me get through. Can we really beat him?
I missed the target.
I can't do this by myself.
In here, buddy.
That doesn't
Hey,
really
BD.
runs. Ah, that's
Your fate is sealed.
yeah.
You will regret that.
You cannot resist. child fears us. Down. Jedi Master. I need a second.
No!
Failure on his part.
This is gonna be the next hardest part of the game right here. This part is... I made a lot of mistakes, honestly, in the beginning. I think that could be the end right there. Made a lot of mistakes in the get-go of that battle. So... I mean, it's the last level of the game. What do you expect? I'm gonna be dying quite often. Guys!
Think we should check that out? Look out! That's a blow to morale. I hit him! Why did I do that? Hit him already!
Come on.
Get out of the way! Forward! This one's quick. After him! This one's green. Forward. Black conviction.
Whoa. I'm in an Inquisitor dojo right now, guys.
Get up here! Just get him!
Odds of surviving are low. Very low.
I have to deal with that.
Driving upward.
I can take him myself. Target hurt.
Damage sustained.
Back up, I've got this.
Freaking hate these guys.
Your turn!
Super KIA. He's dodging.
There we go. Oh, is it a fire pit of beyond?
Unessential.
Approach with caution! Noted! Assault him! I've got an opening! Can anyone hit him? Jedi Torch!
Stop him.
We'll get you for that!
Little help, buddy. Thanks so much, buddy.
Fight me, Jedi! Yes, Jedi! Again! Stop and
I
fight
hate
me!
that crap.
Right here, buddy. Over here.
Yeah, let's have him on my side. Oh, thank God I didn't die. This other will help with KM.
Waste of our time! Taking him down! All rockets lost! Yes! Fight me! Moving back!
Yeah, hit him.
Won't beat me.
Yes.
Sorry.
Not bad. Stop you. Quick. I'll defeat you. How's it feel to be hunted?
Always finding stuff. BD.
Alright.
Door.
That wasn't so bad.
Jedi, he's in the interrogation wing. Assault him! Blocking. Your fate is sealed. Target and fire! Got a shot! Charge forward! Feel the Empire's wrath! Yeah. Try to resist!
Little help, BD.
Arranged battle now. Let's take him down.
Come on.
We're gonna make you pay.
Don't think so.
Am I the only one who's gonna fight? Focus on his guard. Better watch yourselves. You aren't leaving here alive.
Oh man.
Take that.
That's the last of them.
Cal, I'm near your position, but sealed behind a blast door. Look for a console nearby.
Love this part.
Found it.
Look at her, that double-bladed red lightsaber swinging it around, shooting guys. Oh my gosh, all the bird troopers. She's just destroying them.
That was impressive.
Wow.
How you holding up?
Don't worry about me. We have a job to do. Still, it feels good to tear this place apart. This prison is where they kept us. I only wish there was someone left to save.
I'm sorry we had to come back here.
So am I. We didn't really have a choice, did we?
I understand. Let's keep moving.
Yes. Let's get this over with.
Any sign of Trilla?
No, not yet. The holocron is being kept in the interrogation chamber. It's the most secure place in this entire fortress. I'm opening the path to the holocron. Get to the holocron. I'll divert reinforcements and join you as soon as I can.
Hey, BD, let's go. Looks like a turbo lift. Might be our ticket out of here.
Oh man, this is it, guys.
Getting close.
There's
BD
parts.
Thanks for being my friend.
Oh.
Never seen anything like this. Advanced, even for the Empire.
Look at those guns. So advanced, like no one's ever escaped this area.
We broke them, beat them down, and turned them. To the dark side. You got this, BD. That's how you do it.
This is it. Here we go.
Suffer as I have.
Ah, I forgot about that move.
Reel in agony. That won't change anything.
Hey, buddy!
close to giving Sayre your head.
Trilla, I saw what you've been through. You've experienced great suffering. It's not too late to let it go.
Let go. I'm stronger now because of the pain. I knew you'd come back for this. No, thank you. You'll never make it out of this place alive!
Hello. Hey, BD.
That won't change anything. Help! You won't be standing much longer.
Nope.
They should
But
have
you just
never
did a cheap
believed
ass
me.
move and just killed me that way. Nope. Alright, I got her move set down. She's going down next time, guys. Easily. Well, I don't know about easily. I mean, this is the hardest boss in the game, of course. Last boss. You gotta do, guys. Just push faster.
You can't
Take that move.
BD!
Oh, he's to the wrong freaking
Help me,
thing.
BD!
weak technique. You'll pay dearly for that.
Hey, bud! Stim!
Stay still.
Mine first.
BD, stim!
That won't change anything.
No. This move is so That move is the cheapest in the game right there, because you can't literally get out of it, and there's no way you can tell if I've had to counter it. Oh man, both times I got really close. Well, this is the last boss battle, so just you guys watching, you can fast forward if you don't feel like seeing me die a bunch of times. But I will get her. It took me about 30 minutes to go the first time, and that was with 2 stims I had to kill.
So much fear.
He keeps doing that.
Help me! Here!
There we go. That's like the one-hit move right there. That's the one-hit kill. She's got a one-hit kill move. That's freaking BS. I mean, it's the last boss in the game, so maybe not so much BS, but still, it's rather annoying. That was bad on my part.
Real in agony.
Up here!
You'll pay dearly for that. I'm going to enjoy ending you.
Ah.
Suffer as I have.
Ah. No.
Now, BD! A little help, bud.
I look forward to giving Sarah your head.
Hey, BD!
Such poor aim.
There we go.
That won't change.
Up here!
You can't escape.
BD, stim here!
Yeah, there we go. It's the end of the game, guys.
Cal!
I have the holocron.
Hey, what's up, Black Squadron? Thanks for subscribing to the channel, man.
I need to do this.
Here we go. We're at the end of the game. Oh, man. This is the greatest part of the game coming up.
It's over, Trilla.
Nothing is ever truly over.
This fight is over. I know the darkness that is eating you up inside, and every day we choose to either feed it or fight it.
It's too late, Sarah.
No, it's not. I know the choices that I made took all your choices away, and I have failed you, Trilla. I failed you. And I am so very sorry.
I've carried so much hate for you.
Uh-oh, here we go. You can see the terror on her face. It is absolutely frightening, man. Here we go. Oh, man.
That doesn't look good.
It isn't. It's him.
She knows about Vader.
You have failed me, Inquisitor.
Avengers!
Run! Oh my god. No! Oh, he just... No problem. Just goes right for her.
You would be wise to surrender.
Yeah. Probably.
Oh, here we go. Literally one attack. One attack was all it took. One attack was all it took for him to counter.
Gotta run!
Oh my gosh, he's turning this place apart, man.
Look out!
He's even killing his own troops. He really needs that holocron.
Let's go.
Oh my. Jeez. Go. Go, 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 go.
Let's get out of here.
Oh! Oh my god! Shut the door! Oh! Shut the door! Get out of here! Get out of here! Oh my god! Oh! Oh my god. That is like one of the most frightening sequences in all of video games for Star Wars, man. That is the intensity that I felt at Rogue One was what just happened there.
I think we lost him.
Ooh.
I'll make it. Seer, I won't fail you.
Wow.
Kid, you read me? They're not responding.
They will. I am certain of it.
Breeze, I'm here. Heading towards the surface. Be ready. I have the holocron. But Seer.
Ah!
Just get out of there.
Oh my
Keep
god.
moving, Carl. Sorry.
Oh! No! Zap him! Oh, he zapped Vader! Oh, he did damage to him.
Surrender the holocron.
I'll never give it to you.
We shall see.
Oh, jeez. Oh, gosh. Oh, yes, here we go. Woo-hoo!
I won't let you take those children.
Vader looks so powerful in this, man. He's at the height of his prime right now.
Such hatred. You would have made an excellent Inquisitor.
She's stronger than that.
Oh.
No! No!
Yes. Strong with the dark side.
Seer.
I can feel it inside of her.
Seer! Seer! Hey, listen to me! You still have a choice.
Wow. It's amazing. Dude. there, Ben Adventures. Yeah, you're catching the tail end of the game here. This is the best part, man. I love this stuff, man. Vader is so freaking menacing in this game. So good. Yes, Marin to the rescue.
Hey. Hey. Hey, kid. Cal. Cal.
See her.
She's all right. She's all right.
You too.
You did it.
We did it. We did.
Careful.
Where are they?
Well, they're out there. Whoa, hold on. Wait a minute.
Sorry.
That was you in the water, wasn't it?
I'm glad you're okay. This one wouldn't leave your side.
Thank you. Hey.
Hey.
So now what?
Well, Captain, this is the end of my charter. Your contract has been fulfilled. Thank you, Grease.
Well, if it's all the same to you, I was thinking that maybe I would stick around here and
Yeah.
take you wherever you gotta go.
Yeah, do it.
Besides, the kid kinda looks up to me.
What about that?
We use it to rebuild the Jedi Order.
The
Wow.
next generation of Jedi.
The Empire will be after him. Just like they're after us.
The lives of every child on that list will be forever changed.
Not by us. Their destiny should be trusted to the Force.
Damn.
So where to now?
That's the game! Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh man, that ending was just as good as the first time I played through, man. They left it off with such an open-ended kind of way, but tying it together so well where I don't think they wouldn't do a sequel in today's world. I mean, the fact that it's called Star Wars Jedi, Fallen Order, leads me to believe that there might be another Star Wars Jedi rebuilt order or whatever. Obviously they're not going the route of redoing an order because they just destroyed that idea, and I love how they really changed the way that Cal is thinking throughout this game as far as him developing as a character, finding out the good and the bad of what would happen if he started a new empire. He hears vision and all that. So we have Ben Adventures. We are only 8 days away. And great ending. Yes, he's referring to The Rise of Skywalker's coming out in 8 days, and I'm here in the States. I know it's releasing different times across the world, but I will be seeing that on opening night, the very first show that I can go to, 5 o'clock next Thursday. Cannot wait. We are just in an absolute amazing time to be a Star Wars fan between The Mandalorian, Jedi Fallen Order, we've got Rise of Skywalker. I mean, we have great books, great comics coming out. This is it. This is who would have ever thought back in 2011 or 2010 when we felt Star Wars was pretty much done for, that we would actually get this kind of content. And just going back to this, the first single player game since The Force Unleashed, and the fact that we were able to get a canon story telling an adventure about a Jedi Padawan that escaped Order 66. I mean, that's something I only thought about in my dreams pretty much, about having this story that is very, very monumental, very much grounded in reality, because it's going to be not as powerful as Galen Merrick from The Force Unleashed, Starkiller. You're not pulling Star Destroyers out of the air, which I really appreciate. You do feel like you are a vulnerable Jedi, and the way that the game mechanics are make you feel like, hey, this is something I have to be more careful with. I can't just go hack and slash my way to the end of the game. As you see right there, that last boss battle is evidence of that. Really analyzing the tactics of your enemies and utilizing mobility, utilizing pairing, a whole variety of ways to get past these opponents, for sure. Now we have Band Adventures, hold up. As you know, I'm Eastern Time Zone. I'll have to check my local theaters. I was thinking ours was 7. Okay, yeah, so actually, if you look up AMC, because that's where I'm going to, AMC in my, my Central Jersey location, they do have a fan screening at 5 o'clock. So, good luck, because if there was one, it might be full at this point, depending on what your community is like with Star Wars showings, but I'm very much looking forward to it. I know we had the marathon for The Force Awakens, and I remember sitting down for 18 hours worth of complete Star Wars from episode 1 to episode 7. There was between 30-minute to 2-hour breaks between each movie, and it was an experience that I really, really loved. I know they're doing a marathon for all the movies, but unfortunately I just can't get the time off from work to be able to do that. But I am nonetheless very much excited for Rise of Skywalker. I've been watching a movie a week for the last like 10 weeks, so it's been a nice little journey I've been having. I just gotta watch The Last Jedi and I'll be good to go. I played through the Battlefront 2 campaign, played through this game once again. I'm watching The Mandalorian. I'm doing everything. I'm watching Clone Wars. I'm doing everything I can to mentally prepare for the end of the Skywalker saga. But overall, you guys, thanks for you know, hanging out, watching. For everybody that's watching after the fact, I've been doing these live, so it's been quite an experience figuring out how to stream live to YouTube. I'm playing this game via PC, so I had to work out a couple kinks in the beginning, but I do hope that it was somewhat okay to sit through at points. I know I died a couple times. It's just the matter of the fact that it's a game, and I'm playing it on Jedi Master Difficulty, which is not the hardest difficulty, but the next one down. I will go back eventually and play this game on the hardest difficulty, Grand Master. As of recording this video, probably by the time you guys are watching this, there is going to be a new update for the game, for Fallen Order. They're going to add a photo mode, which looks really cool because you can pause the game at any time and get different camera angles and different filters and a whole bunch of cool stuff. So I'm probably going to dabble in that a little bit, but overall, this is up there with Knights of the Republic. I have my review on the channel right now. You guys can check out like my concise thoughts of what I thought of the game. But for real, this is up there with Knights of the Republic. The story is just amazing. You have this crew of misfits that are put together between a Jedi exile and a Jedi Padawan and this pilot. And every character has such a great backstory. Every character has memorable moments that really shape their character and develop them going forward. So very much looking forward to that. We have Bennett Adventure saying, yep, my girlfriend and I binged everything from 1 to 8, Clone Wars, Rebels, Holiday Special, Droids, Caravan of Courage. Wow, you really went down the deep end with some of that Legends content. I can't say that I've even gone that far. The last time I watched the Ewok Adventures was probably when I was 7 or 8, but I used to watch them all the time. But if you've even watched the Holiday Special, I gotta give you credit, man, because I gotta give credit where credit is due. That thing is really hard to get through. You can find it on YouTube. At least that's where I found it the last time I watched it a couple years ago. And by watching, I mean maybe only watched halfway through and I had to turn it off because I couldn't take it. And I like a lot of Star Wars. Not all of it I like, but I definitely didn't like the Holiday Special. And I appreciate the fact that Jon Favreau is actually developing some canon content, like Like having the first episode of The Mandalorian mentioning Life Day, and having the Mandalorian's rifle being a pulse rifle that Boba Fett used in the animated part of the holiday special. So a lot of fun stuff getting tied in there. But that's the thing with The Rise of Skywalker. And I know I'm going a little bit off topic for those of you watching this because it's Jedi Fallen Order, but I'll talk to you guys while I have somebody on the live chat now. But The Rise of Skywalker, there's so much pressure. There really is just, unfortunately, so much pressure behind this movie, and it's because it's on purpose. Like, they're telling us it's the last of the Skywalker saga, so there's a lot to live up to, man. It's not just the end of the sequel trilogy. It's the end of the entire Skywalker saga as we know it. Now, I know that they've done this like 2 more times before. Like, oh yeah, Return of the Jedi is the last movie. Oh yeah, Revenge of the Sith is the last movie. Oh yeah, The Rise of Skywalker is the last movie. Like, I mean, I know out there at one point I read somewhere there was going to be 11 or 10, 11, 12, or at least George Lucas had something planned like that maybe. So whether or not we'll see anything like that in this, it's going to be interesting how they're going to leave it off. Are they going to leave it off like they did Return of the Jedi, where it was a nice tied bow and there was no any hanging anything off that plot? But I mean, all the actors, of course, are being very cagey about returning for any kind of Disney Plus series. I mean, why would they ever want to confirm that right now? It's not a good time to talk about that because we want to be surprised. Like, who knows? Some of these characters could die. Mind you, I have not looked at any of the spoilers, and I'm very much going to go on a social media blackout probably in the next day or two, because you just can't trust being on Star Wars Facebook groups anymore and being not spoiled by anything. So it's definitely a slippery slope to traverse around a week before a Star Wars movie. And I remember during The Force Awakens that I was on Facebook and I seen somebody post a toy of Rey with a lightsaber, the blue lightsaber, and here I thought Finn was going to be the Jedi. So that kind of, you know, pissed me off a little bit because I'm like, oh great, now knowing that she's going to be a Jedi the whole time. Another thing was I got to dodge the Han Solo death spoiler. I know that was going rampant around before The Force Awakens came out, so I don't want to know anything, especially being this is the last movie that's going to tie up everything. I know somehow the musical soundtrack is already online. They don't have any soundtrack song titles, but I don't want to listen to that because there's going to be some potential moments that are going to blow my mind with that music, such as what we had in the little TV spot of a little bit of Duel of the Fates. Like, I don't want to know if that song's going to be in there, definitely in what capacity it's going to be in there, so I'm going in with open ears, I guess you could say, and try to experience it for the first time. We have Bit of Adventures. Here's a theory: what if Rey doesn't take on the name, so the Skywalker saga ends, but Rey is back for 10 to 12? Yeah, that's a good point. Now, a lot of people are saying, oh yeah, Skywalker could be a title. It could be a title rather than a name going forward. And as much as I kind of agree with that, if I go into canon, yeah, there's a book called Star Wars Thrawn Alliances, and I really like those books. The Thrawn books are great. And there's characters that are called the Chiss Skywalkers, essentially, and they are the Force users of the Chiss Ascendancy. And they basically navigate the ships through hyperspace safely. So we already have that term. Not that they would really care about some canon term. If it was a movie plot point, they would surpass whatever existed before that in order to tell a good story. But if you go back, and I just watched The Force Awakens over last weekend, and there's so many parts of it that just seem so suspicious with Rey's backstory. And I know we're going to get more on her backstory. It doesn't seem like she's from filthy junk traders, as Kylo says, but perhaps she has a tie to somebody else. Especially, like, what's really suspicious is that Maz Kanata's castle, and Han is talking to Maz, and basically saying, like, she's saying, who's the girl, and it cuts right away. Like, you gotta understand that she's gonna be connected to either Luke or Han or somebody. I mean, how do you get that strong in the Force and not be connected to somebody else that's very strong in the Force? I think it's passed down through lineage as far as like midichlorians and strength of the Force and Force users themselves, but there's just so much to tie into this 2.5-hour movie. It's not even 2.5 hours. It's like 2 hours and 20 minutes long, I think. So it's actually shorter than The Last Jedi, but it's kind of in the middle for the duration of a Star Wars movie. There's a lot they could do there, but what also concerns me is that we're bringing in like 3 new characters. We're bringing in Janna, who maybe will have a lineage to Lando, I'm guessing. We're going to bring in the one other character, Zoe Bliss, who's wearing this helmet. She's apparently knows of Poe Dameron back in the day. Why is she hiding her face? I feel like most Star Wars, if they hide people's faces, it's for a good reason, for the most part. And then we also have the Allegiant General Pride. So you got these new characters, whether or not they're going to play a big role. And also you have Dio, the new droid. So you got a lot of story to tell with the existing characters, but then you also have the stories that you have to tell with these brand new characters. So how much time are they going to take from our established characters? All I know is that there's going to be a lot of action in this. There's going to be a lot of action. In The Last Jedi, there wasn't an actual lightsaber battle. Yes, there was a lightsaber battle with the Praetorian Guards, but that wasn't like a legit lightsaber on lightsaber battle. But it looks like they're making up for that just by looking at the trailers. It looks like we're getting 3 or 4 lightsaber duels just between Rey and Kylo Ren alone. Kylo Ren is a whole nother topic that is just, I mean, you got Kylo Ren. Is he going to go down the dark side even further, or is he going to get redeemed? And that's the question. And we haven't really seen anything in the marketing that sways that opinion either way. I first thought of Kylo Ren as, okay, and this is what I think about him now, is I'd rather him just kind of be evil, just to be evil. Because we've seen a redemption story in Star Wars already. I want to see a story where somebody gets darker and darker and darker. We see those moments of light in Kylo. I just want to see him embrace being the leader of this First Order and seeing how far down the dark side he'll go. It's out there in the marketing. We have the Emperor Palpatine is back. We don't know how he's back. We don't know what capacity he's back. Is he a vision? Is he a holo recording? Is he an actual resurrected Palpatine? We don't even see images of him yet, and I'm happy we don't, because I want to see him for myself without leaks or anything like that. Maybe he gets Kylo to go down an even darker path. And the resurgence of the Sith, the fact that we have Sith troopers, these red stormtroopers, we have the return of the classic Imperial-class Star Destroyers. Like, what the heck is going on? And seriously, what the heck is going on? Because the last movie, how are we getting all this stuff? Like, there's gonna be so much to explain. I just, I trust J.J. Abrams because, again, I watched The Force Awakens the other night. I said, this is literally one of the best Star Wars movies I've seen. Like, after watching the prequels and all the original trilogy, this one is up there with one of the best that George Lucas has created, and it wasn't created at all by him. Another thing is, like, how much of George Lucas plots will they perhaps maybe sprinkle into this story? I mean, I don't know if we'll ever get those answers, to be honest with you. Now that he sold off the company, it might be some confidential information. But Ben of Adventures is saying, I've avoided all leaks, but I think her ties are to the Senate himself. That's been my thinking of her fighting style, and the Episode 7 novel, she's hearing a voice telling her to kill Kylo. Ooh, that's a really good idea. So that would make her, what, his great-granddaughter or something like that? I don't even know, man. I think that she could perhaps be some kind of clone, too. That was a big theory, especially now that you see that she has a double-bladed red folding lightsaber. I mean, where does that come into play? Does that become part of a Vision event? I mean, there's just so much to think about. It really is something that just boggles my mind that we're only 8 days away from finding out what's going to happen with the story. And for all Star Wars, this is like phase 1 of Star Wars will be complete, if you want to put it in like an MCU term. We're going to shift things to the TV series. I'm just very happy that I know it's stupid to say this. Probably people are like, are you out of your mind? But I'm like, I'm very happy that the movies are going to be over for a while. I cannot wait to see how the story group shines, about how the canon really takes a center stage going forward, about how we're not going to have any ties to, okay, a book can't go past this point because the movie hasn't told the story. I'm looking forward to actually having all the barriers opened up, so to speak, and be like, okay, write your stories. We know we have Project Luminous, and if you guys haven't followed the channel, I'm a big book, comic, video game guy, so I'm very much like, this is my Star Wars. As much as I love the movies, this stuff sometimes almost excites me even more. So to see how everything's going to open up after these films, is there going to be any kind of open-endedness after The Rise of Skywalker? Is the story going to continue kind of like how the old EU did, where like, okay, we're going to open up the floodgates, you guys can make your adventures about Luke Skywalker after the events of Return of the Jedi, go ahead, have fun, just, you know, don't crush Chewie by a moon or something like that. Oh wait, they did. So it's something I'm very much looking forward to. As much as I can't wait for the journey through episode 9, I'm just looking forward to the damn aftermath, seeing how that's all gonna go. So yeah, this is it, guys. We are getting to the end, man. This is something else. To be a fan in this era is really fun, but no, the TV series, The Mandalorian, I don't want to really go into spoilers here because I know a lot of you guys out in the UK and other places have yet to get Disney Plus, unfortunately. I'll just give you my quick thoughts on that. It's just that I'm having a great time getting a Star Wars mini movie every week. And that's what's really helped this journey to Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker for me, is ever since November 12th, there's something good to look forward to every single week, as far as like really quality Star Wars storytelling set around the scum and villainy and the Mandalorians and all this stuff is just really cool. Getting new characters, all new characters, which is something we don't see a lot of in Star Wars. I mean, up until this point, without giving too much away, there hasn't been any characters we know in Mandalorian. So it's been nice going along on this adventure with this no-named man, and whatever's gonna happen, I don't again want to spoil too much, but man, these credits are pretty long. I mean, there's a lot of people involved with this game, and going back to Jedi Fallen Order, this game took them about 4 to 5 years to develop, and it shows. It really shows, because the amount of detail in this game, the fine-tuned controls from Respawn, who have done games like Titanfall, who have done games like Apex Legends. They are so hot this year. Like, these guys deserve all the accolades that they can get, because they are really pushing the boundaries of Star Wars. A very special thanks to George Lucas. There you go. Nice. But, oh man, where do we go from here? I think we've talked about just about everything almost in Star Wars besides where do we go from here, Jedi Fallen Order. Oh man, we need a sequel. And it's still early on in that dark times era of Star Wars. Remember, about 5 years after the events of Revenge of the Sith, so it's still before Solo, so there's still a chance you could bring in some things from the underworld. Like, I was really expecting to see a Darth Maul appearance on Dathomir. I mean, that's where he says he is in Solo. So apparently he is not there yet, or at least he's on the other side of the planet, which is why you don't run into him. I was really hoping to see other surviving Jedi. Now, I did enjoy seeing Malicos as this fallen Jedi, and what would happen to Cal if he gave in to his anger and whatnot, and that's what happens. But not seeing Quinlan Vos, who was teased in the Darth Vader comics as being around still, I think there's a lot of room for them to grow. As far as a gameplay perspective, they could definitely do with having more urban sprawls. I like that little village in Zepho, but other than that, there wasn't really populated areas as far as humanoids, and I could see them maybe throwing in there like a Nar Shaddaa, which was, I believe, even mentioned in the beginning of the game. I don't think they would get anywhere near Coruscant, because that's the seat of the Empire, so it'd be kind of hard to go somewhere swinging a lightsaber around on Coruscant, unless you go, of course, to level 1313, and then they could totally tie in all these loose ends from the video game that never was, which it really hurts me to now see a game like this and not be able to see 13, not being able to see Amy Hennig's, the director of the Uncharted series, not seeing what her game was, which was called Project Ragtag, around the same era of the dark side, not the dark side, the dark times, all of that. We have Band of Adventures. Where do you rank Fallen Order and canon stories in general? Oh, that is so hard because there's probably over 50 canon stories since 2014 when canon was first brought in. I mean, the feels I felt in this story, probably top 5. I mean, I've really enjoyed what we got from Star Wars Resistance Reborn. Clone Wars is great. Lots of, let's see, Bloodline is great. Lost Stars is great. Really like the Alphabet Squadron. There's the Darth Vader comics that this is actually tying in with. The Charles Soule's Darth Vader comics. Super good stuff. Super good stuff. So I just wanted to show you guys. Now that you complete the game, you can jump back in the game. And the great thing is that you actually can go back throughout the game and find any of the secrets that you left behind. And just better destroy your enemies. It's a lot of fun. And you can continue to have conversations.
Hey, Grace.
You calling me?
You sure these mines are safe? They're getting pretty big.
Yeah, well, they're a pain in my palms trimming them every day. But yeah, they're fine, long as I don't forget to cut them.
That's reassuring.
I like how they actually have real-time growing. This is really cool. They added like all these little elements to Fallen Order that make it that much more appealing, you know? Like, look at this. Have we ever seen Star Wars food to this capacity? Oh, those are the shaker cups that we're seeing on the Millennium Falcon in Solo Star Wars story. And when I went to Celebration, they had a replica Millennium Falcon little wet bar that you see in Solo, and it had those same shaker cups. I guess that's a calf maker. Alright, we're going to look at the cuisine in Star Wars because, well, we now actually have a good bit of it thanks to Galaxy's Edge, which I still have yet to get through, too. Cool, look at everybody's chilling. Marin, I was so happy to see Marin. She's such a cool character, and the fact that we put this crew together, and it seems like the journey has just begun, you know? It seems like everybody is all in agreement that they have to go out in the galaxy and do something. So, we know the next game that Darth Vader is going to have to be pretty much a pivotal point in the story, because now that he has come across Cal, you've seen how angry he was to get to him because he thinks he has the holocron. Now he destroyed it, but still, Vader's mission is as the head of Inquisitorius to destroy the remaining Jedi, and he's not going to let this one go by. As we've seen in the Vader comics, he is very ruthless in his dedication to snuffing out any of the resistance, not just from the rebellion, but the Jedi themselves. But, oh man, guys, we have reached the end. This is it. This is it, guys. This is the end of my Jedi Fallen Order walkthrough, all 15 episodes. I want to thank everybody for joining me on this journey. It was a lot of fun. Again, I just, for the first time, have streamed a game via PC to YouTube, so some rough edges, I know. But hopefully you guys were able to experience the story in an okay manner. If you don't play games, this is kind of why I did this. I know a lot of people, especially with the story being this good, want to experience Star Wars Fallen Order, but don't either have access to a game system or a PC that's powered enough to play it, or just rather not play games, or rather they have a story mode, so it's pretty easy to get through the game if you put it on story mode. But that being said, guys, sound off in the comments. What did you think of Jedi Fallen Order? I want to talk about it all with you guys for as long as I can, because I freaking love this game, in the comment section down below. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome everybody. I talk about Star Wars a heck of a lot on this channel, not just the games, but I talk about the comics on a weekly basis, as well as I do my reviews for the Mandalorian series and for Star Wars Resistance. Don't forget about Resistance, it's there, guys. So make sure you go ahead and simply subscribe to the channel and hit that notification icon, because that way you'll get alerted whenever my videos go live. The next big thing we have coming out again next week, it's crazy for me to say, is The Rise of Skywalker. I will be doing a good amount of content surrounding that, so make sure you go ahead and you subscribe to the channel so way you see that. Let's see, Bed of Adventures, some Mando speculation. I'll message you after this. Okay, that is awesome. I want to thank everybody for joining me on this first time occasion of streaming this game. It's been so much fun. Let's not stop talking about Jedi Fallen Order. That's going to do it for me, Star Raptor. Thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you always.